the bye week in the same week. Yeah, we get the bye week the same week.
Well, this guy been on bye week since the playoffs. And I'm only cracking that joke because J-Mo, welcome to the neighborhood, my boy. So much has happened since Podcast P has been traded to the 76ers, and a lot of people are saying, is it Embiid? Is it the 76ers? Do they just need to get healthy? Like, what's really going on here? But we really haven't heard too much about it in the media, unless you're on social media, because that's where people are actually talking about it. Or if you're in the NBA chats, make sure you join the NBA chats. Refuse to lose, that is. Click the link below, become a member so you can join the chats. And the question is, will the 76ers overcome the off-court drama? Joel Embiid and Paul George are both set to miss their third straight game as a unit, because we know Embiid hasn't played most any game this season. But Wednesday night, when they go up against the Houston Rockets, again, this season they expected to be Eastern Conference contenders after signing. I mean, yeah, they signed Paul George away from the Clippers. My bad. I said trade. They signed him away. They were expected to be Eastern Conference, divisional. I mean, Eastern Conference Finals appearance. But right now, more questions are about when will these two actually be on the court together, than versus are they actually going to make the Eastern Conference? Because this team right now is 3-13, and looking at the score, what the Wizards are doing against the Bulls, the Wizards are going to be 2-14 when these two teams meet up. And how do you go from a team that's on a rebuild to a team that's supposed to be in the Eastern Conference Finals? Then we also had stuff come out of the locker room where Maxey was saying he made a quote. I don't know if one of you guys got the quote because I don't have it verbatim. You got it, Dave?
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey challenged Joel Embiid to being on time to team activities, calling him out to being late for everything.
There we go. So we got him saying that, and then you got to look around at the also thing where it's just like Embiid has always been continuously hurt. The 1 year where he hasn't been hurt, he won the 2023 MVP. Now it goes back to what I was saying, where the opening question is, will the 76ers overcome the off-court drama? It's too, because the NFL season is basically almost over and the NBA season is ramping up. You do have the in-season tournament kicking off. A lot of teams has already played 3 games within that tournament. We already got the new All-Star rules that's coming out. I can't say yes right now because I haven't seen him actually get on the court to overcome the off-the-court drama. And Embiid had a quote out there where he was saying, for some reason, it just feels like negativity keeps following me. And I think it becomes more negative and the light gets darker when you don't find your ways back on the court. Again, in the beginning of the trust the process situation, we already knew what Ben Simmons was. We already knew where you were as far as the injuries that kept plaguing the team. And everyone just kept saying, once he gets healthy. And it's really looking like, is it really health? Or are you just actually tired of this franchise? Or has the actual relationship just ran its course? And I seen somewhere Embiid has played 433 career games, which he started. He played most of those games in 2021 and 2022, appearing in 68 of 82 of those games. That's a lot of games for him. Starting to look like my man Kawhi Leonard a little bit, but at least he's actually showing up to the games and being on the sideline. And I'm not saying Kawhi Leonard doesn't do that, but what's actually going on with the 76ers? You get this big hope. Here you go again. You had the James Harden run. Yeah, no. I'll agree with that, Carl. Yeah, this game is over. It's over. Yeah, good game. I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I'm at work. For this one. That's all I'm going to say. Joe would have been mad I called out and he looked at the score and said, the Wizards, 30 points. All right.
Yeah, again, smart.
Oh, yeah, we get crushed. But
sure, I might end up going to a Nets game now that I'm up here.
Hey. I'm going Nets and Kings, by the way.
See, this is how you know the off-court drama.
Or here?
No, there. I'm not about to go to Sacramento to watch the Nets. I always go when we just lost them in Sacramento. But go ahead.
This is how you know the off-the-court drama is not actually going to be able. We start talking about other games. this is bad. Like, Embiid, you need to just get out there. But for me, I think if we can see this unit on the court together, I do think they can overcome it. But if you asking me like right now, I don't think so because I don't know when he's ever going to play a game.
All right. You want to go, Dave? You want to go last?
Yeah, I go last. But Blaze, I'm in New Jersey, not New York.
So, can it can it overcome me? Yeah. If I had to put money on it, I'm gonna say no, because the vibes are bad. First of all, right now they are 3-13. The good news for them, they're in the East. They're in the East. I mean, every team that's a fifth seed or below don't have a winning record. So Miami Heat are the fifth seed, they 7-7. The Bucks are the sixth seed, they're 8-9. The play-in teams, which is the 10th seed, the Bulls 7-11. Can I get a Slurpee, please? So they 3-13. They can still catch up. But
No, we coming back. Sorry, Joe.
I want to read this quote though. What's his name? The reporter name. I think his name is Mark something. But the one that
It's probably Mark Sears.
Mark, the one that Jordan B. You too close, man. You too close. I'm gonna choke out.
I think that's Mark Sears.
Right. So this is what he said though. And I get why Jordan B would get mad, but this is what he said. There's truth to it's truth to what he said though. Joel Embiid consistently points to the birth of his son, Arthur, as a major inflection point in his basketball career. He should never said this right here. He often says that he wants to be great to leave a legacy for the boy named after his little brother, who tragically died in an automobile accident when Embiid was in his first year as a Sixer. So basically said like he said he want to do this for his brother, he want to do this for his son. Well, in order to be great at your job, you first have to show up to work. Embiid has been great at just the opposite. Now in his 11th season, he consistently has been in poor condition. The poor conditioning apparently seems to have delayed his debut this season. I was like, dang.
That Philly
Now,
media, boy.
I get,
They a different breed, boy.
so
I tell you.
I get why B got mad because don't bring
I
my
do too. Don't
my
bring my son and my dead brother into this.
Yeah.
exactly. But to be real, what he's saying
It's true.
is true. I mean, you got Maxi gave props to Embiid. He cried talking about Embiid one time, saying like how Embiid, brought him in, taught him the ropes, but basically treated him like I'm going to help you in this league. You need to be more aggressive. And he actually cried talking about Embiid one time. He comes out and say you have to show up on time to everything because it's a trickle down effect. You know what I mean? It affects the coaches, it affects the players and all the staff. Like, come on, as a leader, like, what the heck? Like, where's the example? And then news come out said that maybe he's not playing or not taking this year seriously because he's upset. He wanted them to go trade for Jimmy Butler, but instead they went and got Paul George, so he's upset about that. I'm like, what? Yo, I hope this report not true. That's what I was saying to myself. So that whole and then Paul George, you're not escaping for this. He was trying to be all the time, but Paul George, you too. This man, I don't know how I got out. I don't know how Shans got the report. I mean, it was word for word. I mean, it wasn't word for word. I'm like, bro, this snitched. Like, it was definitely word for word. Like, I don't mind. Y'all always hear me say, I don't mind people doing a podcast while, like, it's my Michael Parsons. When I heard Paul George joking, like, I'm telling JJ Redick, man, well, come on, man, I'm off an injury, man. I'm under the minute restriction. Why you over here doubling me, man? Go. Where's your pride? Like trying to. How about we talk about y'all turning the season around? Let's talk about that, bro. He's joking about JJ Redick to my son. Oh, I'm over a minute restriction, bro. Trust me, you are not that important right now. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're going to turn this around because it's a funky vibe in the whole locker room, funky vibe in the organization. I'm going to say no.
I'm also going to say no. But this is another reason why this has been going on. So even with the Maxi calling him out, there was another report that came out that Joel Embiid has reportedly been frustrated at times with how he's being used on the basketball court. According to the team,
my bad. Go ahead.
According to the team and league sources, Maxi highlighted the need for Embiid to set a better example as a leader on a day-to-day basis while emphasizing the importance of timeliness. The message, in essence, was that everything within their program starts with the big man and that he simply must be better when it comes to his leadership. Embiid, league, and team sources say heard the message while also expressing a lack of clarity and occasional frustration about how he is being used on the court. Embiid,
Mm.
you are one of the highest free throw attempt players in the entire league. The entire league. Not only that, you shoot the ball a lot more than you do when you're supposed to be in the post. So is that Nick Nurse telling you to be out out on the perimeter a lot more than it is in the paint? Or is that something that you've been doing out your career? I think before he got there, that's what you were doing before he got there. Because when Doc Rivers was there, it's the same thing that happened then. When the what's the other coach name who was there before?
Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers or
Before that.
I forgot his name, but he's the coach with Pop behind Pop.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
he was also. You were doing the same thing then. And B, it's your play. It's how you play the game. At the end of the game, if you're the star player, you're the MVP, you're the leader. You can dictate what you do on the court. Am I right or wrong? Doesn't Fox has his say in what he can do on the court?
Brett Brown.
Brett Brown. Doesn't LeBron? I mean, we all know LeBron does that. Doesn't Kawhi Leonard doesn't he have say so where he gets to play in the court? Doesn't Steph Curry have say so on what he does on the court?
Butler.
Jimmy Butler. We can
Jordan
Jason
Poole.
Tatum, Jaylen Brown. We could go Kay Cunningham. We can name all the players that are on the best team. LaMelo Ball. You can name whoever it is. I'm pretty sure that they have leeway to go do what they want to do on the court because they are the star player and they know what their strengths are. And B, you know what your strengths are. What is frustrating you about what you're doing on the court? That's what I want to understand. What's frustrating you about what's happening on the court? You're able to play as much as you need to on the court. You're getting past the free throw line a lot more than anyone else. You also flop a lot more than a lot of other big guys too. So I don't understand what your frustration. Your frustration needs to be at yourself for not being the leader that you need to be. And also, I want to say this for the organization. You take some fault in this too, because this is your MVP. I don't think he's just now doing this. I think this is something he's been doing before. It's just been skated under the rug because they were winning. But honestly, you haven't been winning. You haven't gotten out the second round your entire career since you've been in the NBA. You haven't gotten out the second round at all. So, I mean, I don't understand it. But and B, you got to take accountability here. You're not doing what you need to do as a leader. It's crazy that Tyrese Maxey, who hasn't been in the league as long as you, who's just now becoming into stardom, has to call you out and say that you need to be a better leader. You were just MVP 2 seasons ago. You cried to be an MVP at that too. Just like Zion can get criticized for his health, so can you, MB. There are a lot of things that you're not doing right to keep yourself on the court. And then as a leader, you're going to come out and say you're not going to play back-to-backs? Like, come on, man. I get it. I get the way that things are going right now, but isn't medicine supposed to be better nowadays? Isn't the way that surgeries and stuff like, isn't all those things supposed to be better, a lot better nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then why is it back in the day that all these guys played a lot more games than the guys play now? LeBron James has played 80 games once in his entire career. Once. Just one time. You know who's played a lot more than he did? And he plays for the Knicks.
Josh Hart?
No, he just got traded there.
No, you're talking about Cat.
No, Mikal Bridges.
Oh,
he's played a lot more games than anybody in the league. But everyone else is missing games. It's crazy that the NBA had to implement a rule that in order to be considered for awards, you have to play at least 65 games. But all these star players are missing out, not playing back-to-backs. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Joel Embiid, I don't trust the process. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't think it should be trusted. There's no sign. There's never been a sign that says you should trust the process because whether it's health or not, they haven't gotten past the second round since the process became trusted. So, no.
And shit. It depends. Let me just see if I can. I'm with you on everything you said about Embiid, but as far as the process, it depends on what the end result of that process was being. Were they looking to just be a playoff team? Then you can trust the process there. But if you were looking to make Joel Embiid your franchise player and build around him, they got close to it a few times, and then they let what was the GM from the Rockets come in and do that whole James Harden experiment. I
Oh,
think
Daryl
that
Morey.
yeah, Daryl Morey. I think that kind of messed up a little bit too, because now you're inflicting what the team chemistry was. Because look, why did he want Jimmy Butler back? There's a reason why he wanted Jimmy Butler back, because somebody's gonna make him work. So as far as that process, I think it was there. Hopefully, like you said, Joe, those reports about him saying what he said about wanting Jimmy Butler over Paul George isn't true. But going off of what Paul George said on his podcast, if it's from a source where there's smoke, there's some fire. So it sounded like he did actually throw that out there. And they were like, well, we can't get Jimmy Butler because he's not leaving Miami. So we got to get the next, I can't say best thing, but we got to get something to get you back in here. So we went and got Paul George. But nah, this is bad. And Ben Simmons is somewhere still not playing games, but still saying like y'all thought it was just me.
Oh, he playing games. He just sucked. That's all. He playing games. He ain't playing well.
It's funny. It's the second time Paul George were like hand me downs. Like with Kawhi Leonard won it. He didn't win it Paul George first. He wanted.
I think he wanted Jimmy Butler and somebody else.
It's the second time somebody wanted Jimmy Butler over Paul George.
Yeah, he was. Kawhi was trying to get somebody else. He wasn't trying to get PG. PG was
Dang, Paul George. Playoff P.
Wait, didn't they trade? Who they trade to get James Harden? Because I thought that was
Hey, no facts, Blake. My bad. Look at it. He's right. Remember on one of the post game shows, he was like, "Oh, Paul George." Like,
in the finals. In the finals, remember they were ready to beside each other.
True. I don't buy that report. If that report is true, I'll buy Embiid. No.
He can't do the 180 like that.
No. Nope. He was asking for him. I remember that. Yeah, Blade's right. Right next to each other. He had a t-shirt on, and Paul George had a suit on. I remember. That's what y'all say. So yeah.